Hi, my name is Marcus Nell, and today I'm going to talk to you about parliamentary procedure and Robert's Rules of Order as used within the Graduate Professional and Student Association at Arizona State University. Parliamentary procedure exists to allow different groups of people to come together and have substantive debate upon important issues. Robert's Rules of Order is a specific rule set within that to facilitate the conversation such that one person or group doesn't dominate the conversation, allowing everybody an equal voice and a common mode of interaction. Now, that interaction happens through the proposal and passing of motions. Motions are voted upon in one of three ways. Individuals are allowed to support the motion with a vote of yea, oppose the motion with a vote of nay, or abstain from the motion entirely, saying they neither support nor oppose the motion on the floor. These votes are tallied through either a vote of acclamation, such that we call out all in favor, and everybody in favor says yea, all opposed, nays, and abstentions, and the abstentions will say. If there is no clear vocal majority between the yeas and the nays, we move into a show of hands, such that all in favor will raise their hands, and those will be counted individually. All opposed will raise their hands to be individually counted, and abstentions will raise their hands in order to be individually counted. Now, those need to pass the vote need to have a majority of yeas. There are two kinds of majorities. We have a simple majority and a 2/3 majority. In a simple majority, all that needs to happen is there are more yea votes than nay votes. As an example, let's say there are 10 voting members. 2 members vote in favor of the motion, 1 opposed, and 7 abstentions. The motion will then pass. This is because abstentions have removed themselves from the voting block, and now there are more yeas than nays. We don't continue debate in order to bring abstentions either to a point of yea or nay. Substantive debate has already happened. Abstentions are allowed to abstain. In a 2/3 majority, there needs to be 2/3 yeas and 2 nays. Again, abstentions are removed from that voting block, much in the way that they are in a simple majority. In the event of a tie between the yeas and the nays in either a simple or 2/3 majority, it is left up to the discretion of the chair to cast the deciding vote. Basic parliamentary procedure happens in that a motion is brought to the floor. A motion is brought to the floor by a member raising their hand, waiting to be called upon by the chair. That member will then stand, state their motion. It will be seconded if necessary, and debate will ensue if necessary after that, and then voting will happen. An example, let's say we wish to move for a recess. A member would raise their hand, be called upon by the chair. I wish to move for a 5-minute recess. Second will then happen. Someone calls second. Discussion will ensue if discussion is applicable. And after a period of discussion where members are allowed 2 to 3 minutes to talk about the value of taking a recess or not taking a recess, we move into voting yeas, nays, and abstentions. There are 2 general types of motions that are put forth. The first are motions that are allowed to interrupt the current speaker. The second are motions which are not allowed to interrupt the current speaker. Motions that are allowed to interrupt the current speaker are things like point of order, point of information, point of personal privilege. Those are all issues that an individual is having. Point of information is there is something that the individual doesn't understand and needs to be clarified immediately. There's a point of order where there's a break in the rules or a break in decorum that needs to be addressed by the chair. Or there's a point of personal privilege. Perhaps the speaker is not loud enough, there is noise happening outside, or the air conditioning is turned off. Those things can be brought forth. All others are motions and cannot interrupt the speaker. The individuals must raise their hand and must wait to be called upon. This is how debate moves forward, such that we're not all clamoring on top of each other, and we give good time to those who wish to be of service to our organization. There is a special circumstance, such that the rules can be suspended. This is a motion that is seconded and debated. So, in that instance, Robert's Rules of Order have been suspended, and free discussion is allowed to flow for a period of time set by the individual. Hopefully, This video has been brief and informative. There's also a larger rule set of Robert's Rules of Order that can be viewed, along with specialized rule set for the Arizona State University, the GPSA. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you for your time.